Hello everyone and welcome to Zpeaktures Productions. I'm reviewing the T+A Solitaire T in front of me. Now this headphone is purchased by me and it costs quite a good sum of money. In the US this is 1,600 USD, while in Singapore it's about 2,600 Sing dollars. So it's quite expensive, and in that range you have something like the Fostex 900, the Meze Lyric, and let me think, the Hi-Fi Man or the Vina. But those are more like home usage close bags. I mean, the Meze Lyric can probably be used outdoors, but probably not recommended. But this, on the other hand, given its price, is actually designed as a portable audiophile headset. Now, this review will be mainly talking on its sound quality. I won't talk so much of its Bluetooth and stuff, but I'll talk a little bit on the general usage of it and why I really like it too. So first, this is, as I said, a portable headset. You know, unlike the rest that I said just now, for its price, this was designed actually meant for portable usage. As you can see, it folds up really small. In fact, I think this is the smallest folding you can ever get for a headphone. The rest don't quite fold as small. I mean, look at the AirPod Max, the Mark Levinson, they just fold flat, but not like this. This folding does make it a lot more portable. Now, the headphone itself is very comfortable to use and it's not very heavy. This does mean that the material doesn't feel as premium as something like the Abyss, for example. But overall, I think it's quite nice to use, and you can see when I wear it, the sealing is actually really, really good. I can't even hear my own voice outside. I only can hear those that's going through my own head. So the sealing is fantastic. The cushion is actually very plush. You can see that here. Let me press down. It's really, really thick, nice plush cushion that adds on to the seal. Now, this headphone does have noise cancellation, active noise cancellation, but you don't really need to on it, and that's very important because this headphone has three modes. They have the active noise cancellation mode, the no noise cancellation mode, and something called a high quality mode. The high quality mode actually use a different DAC and amplifier to power the headset, and it results in some loss of battery life. Now, battery life for this headphone, don't worry, it lasts me for 2 weeks before I ever need to recharge. But in high quality mode, it's using an ESS DAC and a custom amplifier at a cost of half the battery life. But it does sound fantastic. I'll talk a bit more in the sound section. But you can see that overall, I think in terms of the build quality and its design, I like how it's quite understating. Or should I say, it's not very fancy, it doesn't catch us attention. And something that you wear out and nobody will just look at you again. Well, I do not know whether you care or not, but for 2,000 plus headphone, I think it's fine for me. But some people may actually think that it's cheap looking. But the comfort is really there. I love it. Now, that being said, this headphone can be used both in Bluetooth mode, wirelessly, or through a cable like this. This is a 2.5 to 4.4 Pentacon cable, so you can actually utilize this with something like a player such as the M17. It also comes with quite a lot of accessories. This is the carrying case, and inside the carrying case, let me open it up. There's a small little pouch here for cables and adapters. It does come with airline adapters and of course a standard 3.5, which means you can use this on most scenarios, on most devices. So now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about how it sounds. Now, for sound, I have to honestly say that closed bags always have a disadvantage. Open bag of similar or lower price normally may sound better than the closed bags. That's because when you close it, you know, you have to deal with all the sound pressure, the echo, the reverbs, everything, all the nasty stuff. So open bag naturally sound better most of the time. A closed bag, well, you have to deal with them, and I think this headphone does a fantastic job. It is very, very clean, and I would say as very natural sounding, very neutral sounding, very natural sounding. Some people will say it's boring, but I think it's really good. I mean, it sounds like a open bag, but no soundstage. So that's the first thing, its biggest weakness. But before that, let me show you what I compared it to. Now, this is a closed bag, and on my table is obviously open bags. Well, I went to the shop in Adelphi. That's a Singapore mall where a lot of these audio equipments are. I went to Jamin, I went to AV1. I tried a whole bunch of, I would say, headphones. The headphones are large variety. I can show you some photos here. So it goes all the way from DCA Stealth all the way to the DCA Aeon and the Focal Celeste, the Focal Stellia, all around. But I did try a few headphones of similar price, such as the Mesolyric, the Hi-Fi Man Audivina, and I had a good comparison with all of them. All of them were powered through my M17, so I think I gave a fair comparison. This guy has a lot of power and sounds pretty good. I really like this guy. So when it comes to sound quality, I think outright I would just say the biggest flaw, and in fact, to me that was its only flaw, was the soundstage. The soundstage is small, really small. If you are in and the type who likes soundstage, don't get this. This has almost no soundstage. It is very close in your face. I would say as, it sounds like you are recording live. Very small room, very well dampened, no echoes, no reverbs, live. Very small sound. In fact, when my friend tried this out, that's his first comment. He gives him conflicting thoughts. He knows about the price. When he heard it, he was like, wow, this is a good headphone, but it sounds so small. That's what I'll say. His biggest weakness. Any of the headphones that you see in the photos just now that I compared with, well, this guy just sounds smaller than all of them. Is it a lot smaller? Not really, but it's definitely smaller than them, and it's only slightly bigger than IEM, so take it for what you want. But soundstage is small. But other than that, it has a lot of clarity, a lot of resolution. I'll say as the resolution of this headphone is not like, say, the Dyna-Phi, but it is really high. Higher than most of the other closebacks. Because as I said, closebacks have to deal with all the nasty sounds that is bouncing off the internal chambers. This guy, for some reason, is very clean, very clear. Don't have such an effect, and I really like it. So much clarity, so much resolution. To me, it's enjoyable. Now, some people will say that this headphone is a bit boring because it is very clean sounding with no significant emphasis. Maybe a bit on the mids there, but no significant emphasis and not much excitement. But to me, they sound very, I would say, as responsive. The transients are really nice. It feels very similar to what I'm used to in the Abyss series, where things are very fast. There is no delay in the sound itself. And if I compare to something like the C-Flow from DCA or Audivina, those feels a lot more laid back, a lot more slower to me than this Solitaire T here. Solitaire T was really responsive, fast, good transients. Now, when it comes to vocals, I would say as the vocals, the mids are very good amount of body, really good amount of body. Not thick and syrupy, but good amount of body. I really like them. And they are really smooth. And for me, who likes to listen to a lot of female vocals, especially J-pop, I really like it. I mean, Eidos, Yoasobi, Lisa, or even something like Hikaru Tada, I think that's the name. Yeah. I love these headphones for them. For female vocals, they are very nice. I have a friend called Ari Anjo, and she does sing covers, and her voice with this headphone, really nice and smooth. Really like it. Do check out her her channel and also her music page on iTunes and stuff. Ari Anjo. Very nice, smooth, soft, airy sound. Really like it on this headphone itself. Now, when it comes to bass, I would say as the bass itself doesn't go really deep. I mean, compared to Planar Matics, obviously this doesn't go as deep as them. But overall, it gives me good amount of bass in terms of low bass. I can feel it, I can hear it, but just not in large quantities. But the mid bass is very fast, very responsive. It slams good. It doesn't slam the hardest. I mean, the Abyss 1266 original slams way harder than anything. But it slams hard enough. It's not anemic in any way. And the response is really good. Once it slams, it pulls itself out. It sounds really clean and nice. I really like it in terms of bass itself. Not the hardest sounding, but definitely good balance with great response. Now, when it comes to the highs, the small little things in the high end of the sound spectrum, I think this is very clean. It has very little sibilance. It doesn't pierce my ear in any way. No matter what music I listen to, be it from orchestra, like from Final Fantasy series, to most of the J-pop music that I usually listen to some of the other English bands. The thing is, I put it away, I do listen to something like piano, No, I like to listen to piano pieces. But large orchestra is really not my thing most of the time, except for the Final Fantasy series, because some of them are really nice. The highs on this, very clean, very clear, relatively smooth, no harshness, very little sibilance, and on general, at least in the high end, I also find it a little bit more forgiving. It has all details and resolution, but when it comes to the sibilance and the harshness and all the small little crunchy details, I noticed that this headphone does dampen them a little bit. Now, as I said again, this is not a loss of resolution. This is mainly, I think, how the high end works for it. I think maybe they did smooth off some of the high ends to make it more listenable to most genre. I find that, at least in the high end, it's a bit more forgiving. And smoother for me. I do enjoy this a lot, and I seriously dislike sibilance. So most headphones with sibilance, I literally just throw it away the first try. But that is a personal thing. And for some reason, my ears is very sensitive to it. I have friends who use earphones that I feel are high in sibilance, but they enjoy it. So I think each person has his own preference itself. Now, other than that, I think I pretty much cover most of the thing in terms of its presentation. It is neutral. In terms of its soundstage, it is very small. In terms of its clarity and resolution, very good. In terms of its high-low mids, I think this is very well balanced. In fact, it sounds like a very boring headphones, right? Everything seems pretty normal, and it is. It is high-end normal, and I like it. I love this high-end normal. And this headphone, when compared with most of the other high-end headphones that I have tried, sounds great. I think only the DCA Stealth sound truly better, while the Focal Stereo, I would say, is arguable whether is it better or not. And then to me, if you prefer a bit of soundstage at a loss of some clarity, some I would say as cleanliness in the sound itself, then you can actually go for something like the C-Flow from DCA. It does sound very good to me, at least to my ears itself. Overall, I think this headphone is a worthwhile purchase if you are into that sound signature, plus you want portability. Because all the headphones I talked about just now, yes, they may be good alternatives or even better than the Solitaire T, but they are not portable. While this guy can be used through a player or even through itself, through Bluetooth, and you can use your handphone to power it. These days, handphone codecs are pretty good. Bluetooth codecs are really good. So this guy does shine in those regards. You can do something that you can't do with other headphones, yet still maintain high quality sound. And that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this review of the T+A Solitaire T. Now, in the future, I'll review more headphones on this channel. I got my Diana and my Abyss. I will talk about them in later videos. And also, I will review some other headphones. I did notice that Singapore, on general, a lot of people are buying and selling headphones nowadays. Carousel easily can find headphones at 40% of its price or 50% of its price. And, you know, these are high-end stuff like the HE1000, special stealth series, or even Susvara, right? Yeah, I found Susvara on Carousel going at 55% of the price. Makes me a bit tempted, but I cannot keep spending money on those. Maybe in the future, I will try the Susvara and then give you a review on it. That's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this short little review on this Solitaire T, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.